with Mel. Less than a year ago, Governor Cuomo was seen as a hero. When COVID-19 first hit, Governor Cuomo was one of the people who took to the front lines and tried to ensure that his state was properly prepared to deal with COVID-19. Many people said that during this time, Governor Cuomo really stepped up and led the state. Now, again, this was less than a year ago. Many people were calling him a hero. Many people said that he was on his way for a presidential bid. But much has changed in the past year, and actually even less than a year ago. Governor Cuomo went from being a hero, someone that people were looking up to, someone that people said was handling the situations correctly, to now being seen as a villain or pariah. Now, there have been many scandals now involving the New York governor. And because of all these scandals, many people are calling for his resignation and for investigations to take place into his shady dealings. Now, there are two major scandals involving Governor Cuomo. Now, the first one has to do with COVID-19. Now, again, when COVID-19 first hit the United States and New York was in a lockdown, many people said, again, at that time, that Governor Cuomo's reaction and his dealings and the way that he handled COVID-19 was what everyone should model things after. But less than a year later, and this is less than a year later, it's now coming out that he did not handle the situation like he should have. And we learned about the nursing home cover-up. Now, with the nursing home cover-up, we know that his top aide, Melissa Del Rosa, told lawmakers that Governor Cuomo actually withheld information. And he withheld information about the nursing homes. Now, with the nursing homes, he was reporting a certain amount of deaths, but we now see that those amount of deaths that were being told to the federal government were a lie. And actually, according to New York Times, so this is according to the New York Times, these are the stats. It was reported as of January that in nursing homes in New York State, that 8,500 people had died. And according to the New York Times, it's looking as though it could be 15,000 people who have passed away in nursing homes. And we're seeing that Governor Cuomo had his team lie about the numbers in the nursing home. Now, they're saying that he withheld information for many different reasons, but at the end of the day, he withheld information for almost the entire year. And now that his aide, Melissa Del Rosa, came out and said it, is that now that he's changing the numbers. Because as of January, the numbers did show the smaller numbers. Now, while this is a major scandal, and while many people started calling for his resignation, at that time, sometime in December, another scandal started breaking out, and now we're seeing it really take hold. Now, many people have seen that men who are in a position of power are now being called out for sexual harassment. And while many men in position of power are being called out and going to jail, many people do not see this coming for Governor Cuomo. Like I said, many people believed that the New York governor, because of his response, the way that people assumed he was responding to COVID-19, was going to put him in place for a presidential bid. But now with these scandals piling on top of Governor Cuomo, there's no way that he can run for president. But now he could even be facing jail time between the two scandals. Now, with the sexual harassment, there are now three women claiming that Governor Cuomo either sexually harassed them or that Governor Cuomo made unwanted sexual advances. Now, it all started with Lindsey Boylan when she said that back in 2018, Governor Cuomo tried to kiss her during a one-on-one briefing. Now, again, she said she pushed his advances off, but it did make her uncomfortable. And when she did come out and say, remember, I think she began speaking about it in December in tweets, and it's now picking up steam, and now people are now looking at the situation. We are now seeing more and more women starting to come out. And in the past couple of weeks, we now see that there are three women accusing the New York governor of some type of sexual harassment or some type of unwanted sexual advances. Let's go to the comments. So Joanna says, really sad. We all thought he was on top of his game. He did withhold information. This is going back to the nursing home. He did withhold information, and there was really no reason for him to do it. He was saying he didn't want Trump's administration to use the numbers to spread disinformation. But in all actuality, he was spreading disinformation by withholding the information. Now, he did come out and said that he is partially to blame for withholding the information, but many people are saying that it's not enough, and they want to launch a full investigation to what's going on or what was going on during that major COVID-19 break in one of the hardest hit states and how he mishandled it. But also now going back to the sexual harassment, there are now 3 women accusing Governor Cuomo of some type of sexual harassment or unwanted sexual advances. Now, again, like I stated before, it really did start with Lindsey Boylan when she said that Governor Cuomo, during a one-on-one briefing, tried to kiss her during that time. Now, again, this is something that we've been seeing. This has been a pattern where we're seeing a lot of men who are in power are now dealing with the consequences that come with the unwanted sexual advances. And the same with all the other men that we've been learning about in power. Once one victim comes out and says something, we see that more and more victims start to appear. This has been a trend. So when one person accuses the man in power, we see that it's just not a one-off incident and that this has happened across the board. And it's the same thing with Governor Cuomo. Now, after Lindsey Boylan went and stated, we learned that another aide was dealing with unwanted sexual advances for Governor Cuomo as well. Now, this aide has stated that Governor Cuomo would go up to her and ask her a series of inappropriate questions, which is essentially sexual harassment. He would ask her, has she ever sexually been with older men? He asked her if she was in a monogamous relationship, and he would ask her questions about her sex life. Now, again, while the second aide said that he never touched her or made physical unwanted sexual advances, he did put her in an uncomfortable position. Now, with these 2 aides stating that Governor Cuomo was putting them in uncomfortable positions, we now see that it goes even beyond the office. Because not only did Governor Cuomo make unwanted sexual advances at work in the office, we're now also seeing that he made it wherever he went. Now, during a wedding, so the third victim has come out and said that during a wedding, he went up to her and touched her and then stated that, oh, can I kiss you? And then tried to kiss her. And then someone said that he did end up kissing her on the cheek when he tried, but she walked away and pushed him away. Now we're seeing that with these series of sexual harassments, that this is something that is a pattern. This is something that he is doing time and time and again, and he's making many women uncomfortable. And because of these 2 scandals, because again, it's not the one scandal, it's the 2 scandals simultaneously, and they're all coming out together. You have the scandal with the nursing homes, with Governor Cuomo lying about the number of people who died in the nursing home during COVID-19. And then now we're seeing that he is being accused of sexual harassment, not by 1, but by 3 different women. And this is all happening in the span of less than a year. Now, again, many people were calling for Governor Cuomo to possibly be a presidential candidate. Even himself, the position that he was putting himself in, it looked as though a presidential run was imminent. But because of these scandals, there's definitely no way that he can now run for president. And even then, we're seeing that it is the fall of someone that many people considered a hero less than a year ago. Now, Joanna says, again, he is guilty. Just by him coming out on Sunday and saying he was truly sorry for his conduct of unwanted flirtations, you know it's a pattern. And again, as of today, it's 3 women who have come out. But as we've seen from the past, when one victim comes out and states something, we will start seeing many women start to gain the courage to come out and talk about what happened. And with the three women coming out and stating what happened, we are seeing that it's a pattern, just like Joanna says. Joanna says that it's a pattern. And I wouldn't be surprised if more women come out and talk about it, and talk about the unwanted sexual advances. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about as well is the situation with CNN. Now, I know we are all watching in real time the fall of Governor Cuomo. We are watching his entire career come undone, and we could possibly be seeing Governor Cuomo facing jail time if more things come out, especially with the nursing home and especially with the sexual harassment. This is not something that we're going to see the end of anytime soon, and there may be more scandals coming towards him as time goes on. And as we're watching this in real time, we are expecting news to cover it, because these are all huge political scandals. Both of these are huge political scandals, and all the major news networks should be covering this. It doesn't matter if the news network leans to the left. It doesn't matter if the news network leans to the right. The fall of Governor Cuomo should be something that is covered by all major news media, especially all the major news media on cable TV, because these are two huge scandals that do affect the country. And again, they're huge in the political realm. Now, I know that the issue of CNN has come up. Many people that are saying that CNN is not properly covering the fall of Governor Cuomo. And while I will disagree, I think they are following it. The problem is that his brother works for CNN, and many people want to see his brother cover the situation. But in the realm of journalism, that would be unprofessional. Now, I know many people have stated that since Chris Cuomo actually covered Governor Cuomo's handling of COVID-19, that he should be able to cover the fall of Governor Cuomo as well. And while we may want to see what his brother's reactions are, while we may want to see whether his brother condemns him or not, it would not be a fair and balanced coverage of the fall of Governor Cuomo if his brother does cover it, because his brother's related to him. His brother has familial feelings towards Governor Cuomo, and it would be very biased if Chris Cuomo would actually cover his brother's fall. So what are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts about everything in general? And whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this later, let me know what you think. What do you think of, number one, the fall of Governor Cuomo? Were you expecting Governor Cuomo to be accused of all these things? Now, again, these are two huge scandals. You have the scandal with the nursing home, with Governor Cuomo lying about the number of people who died in nursing homes, and not just by a little bit, by a lot. And then you also have now 3 women accusing Governor Cuomo of sexual harassment. What are your thoughts on these two scandals? And then what are your thoughts on CNN and their coverage of Governor Cuomo? Many people saying that because it's a left-leaning news station, that they're not covering it correctly. And other people are saying because of Chris Cuomo's relationship with his brother is going to be biased, because Chris Cuomo is a huge face on CNN. But at the end of the day, I'll let you know my opinion on the CNN thing, is that I don't believe it's appropriate for his brother to cover Governor Cuomo's fall, because it would be a biased news report. I believe that CNN should cover it to the fullest. I believe it's something that CNN should investigate, but I do not believe that his brother should be the one, nor do I believe his brother should even really talk about it outside of the comments that he made last night. So guys, let me know what you think. And let's go to the comments really quickly. Joanna says, it's time to clean house in both the Democrat and Republican parties. And then Joanna says, I agree. So guys, whether you're watching this live or whether you're tuning in later, let me know what your comments are. Let me know what you think about the fall of Governor Cuomo. Again, Governor Cuomo is in the midst of 2 huge scandals. The man who was seen as a hero less than a year ago, again, he was seen as a hero less than a year ago, is now facing the consequences of 2 huge scandals, from the nursing home, to him lying about deaths in the nursing home, during COVID-19. And now with him dealing with women accusing him of sexual harassment. These are two huge cases, and we are definitely seeing the fall of Governor Cuomo. And again, all major news networks should talk about this, whether they lean left or whether they lean right. There's something that needs to be spoken about. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Again, Joanna says it's time to clean house in both the Democratic and Republican parties. Now, I know a lot of times when scandals happen, people tend to stay on party lines. If a scandal happens and the person is Republican, they tend to side with the Republicans and say that the scandal is not that big of a deal. Or if the person is Democrat, they'll say that it's not as big of a deal. But we are seeing with this scandal, major Democrats, including de Blasio, which is the mayor of New York City, and AOC, who is a representative, it's a congressperson from New York, are both stating that Governor Cuomo needs to be investigated. And it looks as though people are breaking away from party lines and saying what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And they're calling for Governor Cuomo to be investigated. And many people are also calling for his resignation. They want to see Governor Cuomo removed from office, and they want to have a huge investigation. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Again, whether you are watching this live or whether you're tuning in later on, again, your opinion matters. We may agree about things, we may disagree about things, and that's okay because your opinion matters. I'm going to bring you the stories, I'm going to bring you the facts, and I want to hear what your opinions are about these situations because your opinion matters. And whether we disagree or whether we agree, it's still important for us to have these conversations. So go ahead, write in, let me know what you think, and let's go to the comment sections. So Muhammad says, hey, Muhammad, how are you? And then Joanna says, as Americans, we need to stand for the truth, not parties. And I completely agree. And anyone who is standing on party lines with allegations like these, I think they need to take a hard look in the mirror. And we need to see, like Joanna says, we need to stand for the truth, for what's right, and not for what's going great for party lines. So guys, let me know what you think. And if you like this show, you'll also want to check out my other show as well. And that is on Amazon TV, Roku TV, and Amazon Fire. And you can watch that all on the Easy Way Network. Stream all of season 1. Season 2 is coming right now in a few weeks. So get ready for season 2 of The Mel Show. It's not about current events like this show, but it is about motivating, educating, and empowering you to be your best self. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you like this show, if you like Live with Mel, then you want to tune in for the Power Hour panel talk, which will be tonight. And that's going to be myself, Wade, Sohaila, talking about current events. So please tune in for that as well. So guys, thank you so much. And thank you, Joanna, for those thumbs up and those claps. And again, guys, let me know what you think. We are watching in real time the fall of Governor Cuomo. Let me know what your opinions are. Whether you agree or disagree, it's important to have this conversation and your opinion matters. So let me know. And then up there's my grandmother. She tunes in every single day. Hey, Grandma, she says, have a blessed day, love. Love you too, Grandma. So guys, let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys later tonight. So watch me. I come live every single Monday through Thursday, talk about current events. And then Tuesday evenings, I come live with the panel to discuss all the current events happening during the week. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will see you this evening.